Hey, hello YouTube, hello traders. My name is Chris. I run Elliott Wave Cafe. Welcome to another video here. I thought I would do something a little bit different, and basically we'll take a look at some Elliott Wave counts, and I'm going to pick a random stock from the S&P 500 that I have not prepared, I haven't looked at, and we're going to generate a number between 0 and 500, and then I'm going to go up here to the S&P 500 list that it's kind of ordered in alphabetical order, and then we'll see what number comes on, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the Elliott Wave just to kind of tell you my thought process, how I'm counting waves, what I look for, and we'll see if we can come up with anything interesting. I think it would be just an interesting look, so you can see what I do, right? You're here to learn Elliott Wave, you like it, you might be wondering, hey, how he's looking at the markets, what's going on, and hopefully this will give you a little bit of insight. So let's generate a number. So here we go, 337. We're going to go here in random stock picks, and we're going to go 337. Should be towards the bottom here, 335, 336. Industrial machinery, Nordstone Corporation, NDSN. So let's punch it in here, NDSN. Let's see how this looks. So it looks like they started trading, in about 1990. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Wave software and just see if I have the data. It's easier for me to count waves on Wave. So let's see, NDSN. I'm going to go up here, NDSN. And let's see how much data I have. Well, the data that's on here goes back to, let's see, I'm going to go up to 1 month. Let's kind of zoom this in a little bit, zoom this out actually. So this is basically 1993. 1993. So it looks like we're just a little short with the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this data, and I'm going to upload it up into the Wave software. So if you bear with me, so I'm not going to stop the video just so you don't think I'm doing any counting in the background here. So NDSN, I'm going to go here past data, and let's see, this goes all the way down to 1990. All right, perfect. So what we'll do is we'll download the data set here, NDSN, save it. Perfect. Let's open this file. I'm going to delete this because otherwise it's not going to recognize it. We're going to save it. Perfect. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to go chart, import data, add, and we're going to put down NDSN, open up, and import. There you go. So the data now, it's all the way back to 1990. So if you have data missing in the in the Wave software, that's one of the quickest way to kind of bring things in. Okay, so now that we have all the data into this chart, let's see what's going on in it. Well, we got a nice little sell-off here during the Great Financial Crisis. We have the COVID sell-off back here. This is a monthly chart. Let's see if we can do anything interesting here in terms of, what I usually do is I'm trying to kind of see what's going on with the chart in terms of if there's any interesting channels that we can do. I guess there is not a lot here, especially if I connect those swing highs. But clearly it's in a pretty good uptrend. Now we can do maybe a middle line back here. You can see kind of how that looks. So very nice, from lower left to the upper right. Now let's see here. So we have a nice correction up here. This was the largest correction in the stock ever. And it came pretty much back to almost these lows from January, okay, in around, what was it, 2001, 2002. So we see some nice corrections, we see some nice impulses in here. let's jump over and take a look at the weekly time frame and see how this looks. What I'm trying to do is trying to see if I can slice this in a way that allows us to play some wave count. So I'm looking for corrections, I'm looking for impulses, you know, to kind of see how things look. It's a little bit of a hard chart. Let's go back to a 2-week in here, and we have, looks like back here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a pretty good impulse starting. Let's see here. Then we're coming back down, going back. This looks like it's a flat. You know, during COVID, it's pretty much a similar. So let's go with what we recognize. So we're gonna go A, B, C. So that's gonna be a flat. Let's go back to a 1 month. Well, if this is also seems to be an impulse down, is this whole thing a big old flat? It could be. So you clearly have an impulse here, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a little bit of an overlap there. Well, actually, the triangle finishes right over there, so I think we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do that. So we're gonna go. Let's try this. Let's go with the wave 1 from the lows. And then we have, this is a hard one. Let's see. If we do a wave 2 there, then you have a 1, 2. That's another impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Almost looks like you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think we're getting it. Let me just do this for a little bit. Put this to the side. And it could be that this goes here. And that's a 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. Let's do that for a little while. Let's continue to push these over. This is a hard one. Let's see if we can figure it out together. And then, so if that's a 1, that's a deep 2. So let's start right there. 1, 2. Then we need a 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if that's a flat in 4, A, B, C for a flat in 4, then we got to have 5 waves inside a third wave. We got to have 5 waves inside a wave 1. So let's do this. Let's decompose this as an impulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I would do this as a 3, and then another flat here in a 4. I don't think wave 4 gets into the territory of the wave 1, does it? That's what I'm looking. Nope. Perfect. Look at that, guys. Come on. All right. So you have 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, this is, and the degrees really don't matter. I mean, this stage, I think that's a super cycle. We can change this later. All right, and now we're beginning a strong impulse up. 1, 2. No, I think 1, 2. Let's give it a bit more room here. What we'll do is we'll push this out. I think this wave 3 is still in progress, so what we'll do is we'll go like that. We'll shift this over, we'll extend this wave 3. Let me just delete this for a second. So we'll go over like that, and then let's see if we can decompose this as an impulse. No, not from the software. So let's go here, 1, 2, then 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably that's what's going on here. I think a 4th wave and a 5th wave. So you see right here we have impulse in a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. So we're going back to that flat. Okay. Wave 3, let's double check if wave 3 is the smallest wave. So it's bigger than wave 1, which is great. So it's not the smallest wave in a sequence. Let's see wave 5. 5, I'm checking for 5v3. So wave 5, you can see in here 100%, right? So wave 5 is smaller than wave 3, which automatically makes the wave 3 not the smallest wave in a sequence. So this is pretty good. What was wave 3? Let's see once again, I don't remember. Okay, it's bigger than wave 1. So that's good. So perfect. Okay. All right, so we're good on the impulse. I mean, you might have another, this 5th wave might keep going in a small 1, 2, 3 sideways and 4 up and 5 a small, and then we keep going. Or, you know, you might have a little bit of a pullback here in this 4th wave, and then you go again, and then becomes 4. And so what this does is this basically continues to extend here. All right, let me just do this. Let's see if we do a 1-2 channel, how does it look? If it's any different from my channeling. A little bit here, because so what I do is because see, we don't have a wave 4, we don't have a wave 3 top, so it's not really proper channel. We don't have any proper connections here. I guess the only thing that you might have a channel would be this guy back here, you know, so you can do a 1-3. We can try to do it here. Now let's just show channel. All right, so you have 1, 2, and 3, and this gives you the bottom of 4. Might already be done. And then you're pushing higher in that 5th wave. And then probably a 4 sell-off, then this, then that, going up to 2030, 2040 as it kind of continues to go. But I think, you know, even if you do this as some kind of an ending diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess you could do that. So this is an extended wave 1, a small wave 3. See, wave 5, it's smaller than wave 3, so we're pretty good. But this is a big complex correction. Maybe it's like a WXY, or, you know, some kind of a, I don't think it's a flat, it's more like a sideways complex. Every time you have situations like this, you know, there are kind of sideways like that, it's very likely it's a complex. So I'd see the double or a triple. You know, when they're not zigzags, we call them kind of double 3s or triple 3s, stuff like that. Check my other videos, you'll see what I mean. on that. But that's kind of how I would go about it. 1, 2, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, sharp drop in 2, right? Wave 1 started back here, so it never really got him below that, but it was very sharp. And then, then you pushed higher again in a nice impulse in here, maybe a 1, small 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4, 1, small wave in 2, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5. So, I've gotten a question, like, how do you start a wavecom? Well, you just saw kind of what I'm looking for. And the exercise here basically shows me where I am in the larger sequence, kind of what I'm looking for. So now, this is a 4th wave, and I'm at the bottom of the channel. Let's just make this a bit smaller here. 3, 3, 5. This is an expanded flat. You see this wave 5, it's kind of tricky because, it's got, just kind of anchor this, oops, sorry. Because you would have to go 1, 2, for a big wave 2 in here. Otherwise, no, I can't. I think this whole thing here, it's a wave 5. I know it's kind of hard to make sense. Maybe there's a smaller 4th wave in here. There's a little bit of an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm not entirely happy. Here looks a little bit better because you're just kind of pushing higher. But otherwise, you would have to kind of consider it either another 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go. Otherwise, it's got to be, if you push this wave here, right, then you're looking for this to be some kind of a B wave. And then wave 5 terminates here. You have an A, B, and then down in C, and then you start again. But anyway, I think, so let's go back to a kind of a 2-day chart in here. Now, this wave 4 could be almost over. So you go A, B, C, D. Maybe there's a triangle happening in here, guys. Let's see if we decompose this 4 as a triangle, see how it looks. This is what we call a, it's not a running triangle, it's a barrier triangle, where you have basically wave B's and wave D pretty much at the same level. And this suggests, maybe wave E is not fully over yet. You might have A, B, another drop here before you go again. Right? So pretty choppy overlapping moving wave A. Then you go up in 3 wave in B. Now 1, 2, 3, now that's an impulse. You see, that's an impulse. So that makes this C wave a little bit problematic for the triangle. And I can't put, do I put wave B here and just go in an ABC? Would have to be, and usually, you're not supposed to have flats inside triangles. That's another trick, right? You're supposed to have, so you gotta know all these rules. You're supposed to have zigzags, so that doesn't work. So why is this a 5-wave move? That's an interesting one. The only way this would be a 5-wave is if it's some kind of a, wave C of a flat, which means that this makes this a wave 1. That's an A, B, C for a 2. you know, this becomes a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you go. I don't really like it, so we're going to stay with it just the way it is right now, and then we're going to monitor kind of what's going on in here. I might revisit this later, but clearly, you know, you got a very important level here, 202. If you break below that one, you know, you got definitely issues. This looks like 1, 2. This looks maybe like a DABC in here. If you start to break above it and you start to push to the upside, this correction, I think, is probably over, and you're going to continue to break higher, and you can anchor a small E wave right there and then be done and continue to push. So anyway, hopefully I didn't bore you with this, but you know, let me know what you think in your comments, and we can do this again. I'm just going to pick a random stock and just kind of go through these exercises so you can see kind of how I do it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share this around, and I'm glad to have you along this journey. Elliott Wave Cafe. You know, give us a try up there on Substack. You can see my link below, and you know, I'll be happy to have you. Bye-bye.